Hello, this is your girl Rita, also known as the Gold Digger. Welcome to my channel where I discuss my life as a wife, mom, entrepreneur, and business owner and share with you the lessons I've learned as well as the mistakes I've made. So hopefully you can avoid them on in your own business ownership slash entrepreneurship journey. And today we are just going to talk really quickly about minding the business that pays you and paying other businesses no mind. So I think as entrepreneurs or business owners, we tend to compare ourselves to other people, what they're doing, how successful they are, how great they are, how fabulous they are. And sometimes we're like, well, why aren't we doing so well? But just mind the business that pays you, okay? Comparison is the thief of joy. Stop comparing yourself to other people. The way you operate is not the same way they operate. Your story is your story. It's not going to be like their story. And the sooner we realize that and accept that and come to an understanding with that, the less you are likely to keep comparing yourself to other people. There's even a Bible verse that talks about that, like not comparing yourself to other people. You are uniquely you. I have this saying, and no saying that no one can do it like me, because no one can do me better than me. And when I opened up my business, I am surrounded by about at least five, just off the top of my head, at least five businesses that all do the same thing that I do, and they are within less than a mile radius, maybe even less than half a mile radius of where my business is. And I did that, and not 1 second did I ever think that I was competing with them. Why? Because they can't do it like me, and I can't do it like them. What attracts their people to come to their business is going to be different than how I attract people to come to my business. And people are going to seek you out for your services or for your products because of how you do it, how you provide it, that kind of thing. And no one can do you better than you can do you. So stop comparing yourself to other people so that you don't I won't say cripple yourself, but just getting caught up with that. And I know that's easier said than done sometimes. I have always been the kind of person where I really don't care what other people think of me or what they say or whatever. I'm still going to be in my lane, and I'm going to be doing me, and I'm going to stay focused on what I need to do. So mind the business that pays you and pay the other businesses no mind. And even though I say I have a two-part message with that, but in regards to minding your own business, now that is not to say that I don't observe other businesses. I do observe other businesses and see their takeaways, but I don't compare myself to them and wonder, why am I not making the kind of money that they make? Or why am I not having the volume of people that they have? Or why do these people come to them and they don't come to me? I don't compare myself in that regard, but I do observe them. And I observe other businesses, whether they are in my niche or outside of it. So whether they're in my specialty, because pretty much you can observe any business and you can learn so much from them. Case in point, take into consideration the businesses that you love to frequent or love to go to. Why do you love going to those businesses? What is so special about those businesses that you go to? What do they do? What do they offer? And just taking that and seeing, hey, how can I incorporate what they offer into my business? Or it gives you inspiration to see how you can do it, whether it's them offering good customer service, or they always know your name, or they just treat you so great and make you feel so awesome, or is it because the store is always so neat and clean and they anticipate your needs before you even ask, that kind of thing. So you can learn stuff from other businesses and observe things from other businesses without comparing yourself to those businesses, because even though I'm observing them, I'm seeing how I can make it my own and make it to be successful in my business. And on the flip side, think about the businesses that you don't like to frequent, or you've had a bad experience at and you just don't want to go to or be bothered with anymore. What was it that happened, or what typically happens, or what is the experience, or what is your vibe, or what is your feeling about that particular business or businesses that causes you not to want to go there, or who you don't want to give your coins to? And be like, figure out, hey, they do X and this is not so good, which is why I don't like to go there. How can I make sure this doesn't happen in my business? What can I do to ensure that my customers or my clients don't experience the same thing I experienced at this particular establishment? So I'm always willing to learn. I'm always willing to gain knowledge and try to figure out how I can uniquely and personally craft things to be beneficial in my business, so that I can make it the best I can be. Because you can observe businesses and they will give you a lot of tips and pointers and point you in the right direction about what you need to do, in regards to that, especially like large businesses. Even with me being a small business, I look at those large businesses and see what are they doing, what is working for them, what is not working for them, that kind of thing. How are they evolving, how are they changing, how are they staying current with the times, to see, hey, what do I need to start paying attention to in my business to make sure I am doing all the necessary steps to make my business successful. But like I said, I do not compare myself to them. Like I look at Walmart, McDonald's, Target. I don't compare myself to them. Even people that are on a smaller scale than me, I don't compare myself to them. I'm not going to be them. I'm not trying to be them. I want to be good in the services I provide. And if they are good, I give them their respect and I give them their love and stuff like that. But I want to see, how can I incorporate that in my business? But I'm not in competition with anyone. I don't, like I said, I don't have to compete to be me. And what God has for me, it is for me. So I don't have to compete for it. So simple as that. So mind the business that pays you. Now the second part of my message is mind the business that pays you, meaning to, if you are employed and you're trying to pursue entrepreneurship, this is like your side hustle, you've opened up a small business or something like that, or you have some kind of little side gig or side job, and you're wanting it to become your main source of income, and you are just counting the days till you can leave your regular 9 to 5 full-time whatever job, even though your end goal is to be your own business or have your own business or be your own boss, that kind of stuff, still mind the business that pays you. That doesn't mean slack off or disregard the company and be like, I'm going to be out of here in 6 months or a year or whatever. They don't even know what they got here, that kind of stuff. Mind the business that pays you, because at the end of the day, you have to have some kind of appreciation, because this employer is helping to fund your dream or your goal of business ownership, of entrepreneurship. It's what's keeping you afloat until you can be able to go out on your own. So still give it the respect, give it the just due that it deserves. Even if you hate your job, and if you truly hate your job, then maybe you should look for another one, because you should still mind the business that pays you and make sure you're not doing your employer a disservice, just because like, hey, I got this side gig, I don't need to be here, I'm gonna be out of here or whatever. Like that's not good for the employer or whatever. Still have a good work ethic, still do your best or whatever. So that was just my tip. Mind the business that pays you. Don't allow yourself to compare yourself to other businesses, that kind of thing. And also, if you are on the journey to be a full-time entrepreneur or business owner, still give love and do what you need to do at your regular 9 to 5 until it comes to that time where you can officially leave. All right. That is all I have for now. This is your girl Rita, also known as a Gold Digger. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos from me, please subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you will know when I have future videos available. Until next time, take care everyone.